Hi students, good morning. How are you all? I hope you all are fine there. Okay, are you okay now? Okay, very good. Have you had your breakfast? Okay, so you want to care your health. Okay, so you do eat the foods in the proper time. Okay, and drink the water also. It's for your health. Okay, so what happened in the previous video? What happened in our previous class? Yes, we are discussing our chapter. What's the name of our chapter? The Life with the Grandfather. Okay, The Life with Grandfather, which is written by, yes, Keshavan Shankarapillai. Okay, very good. So, did you remember our story? I think it's in the previous week we are discussing. Then there will be a gap between the days. I think you don't forgot our story. Just remember what happened in the story. Yes, the major character of our story is Raja, and we are discussing about Raja's family. Okay, who are the members of Raja's family? Yes, in the family of Raja, there we can see who are, yes, there we can see Raja, Raja's grandfather, grandmother and uncle. Okay, so, in that story, we are discussing about his family and family structure, and the next video we are discussing about what is the surroundings of our Raja's house. It's very beautiful, isn't it? There will be a huge garden. In that garden, we can have lots of things, ponds, fishes, then big trees grow, then cows. Our Raja is always playing with the cows. Okay, the little kid of our cow. Okay, so this all the lovely moments of our Raja. Now we are turning to our next page of our story. Okay, the next page. What's the title of our? Here you can see the picture of next page. Okay, I think you all have the textbook. So here today we are discussing the next page of our story. The title of our story, Making a Shower. Okay, making a shower. Okay, I think you know what is shower, isn't it? What is shower? So here you can see the shower. Now I will read the portion. You just listen carefully. It was an evening after a heavy rain. Okay, it was an evening after a heavy rain. Grandfather was picking flowers from the jasmine bush under the sandalwood tree. The leaves of the tree were full of raindrops. I knew I could make rain if I shook the tree. The grandfather, I would get a good shower. I liked bathing in the rain. But he might not like it. But it would be great fun. Okay, but it would be great fun. So I quietly went near the sandalwood tree and shook with all my strength. There was a heavy shower and both grandfather and I were soaked. I loved it, but grandfather did not. He turned to me with an angry look. I was sure would catch me and beat me. So I ran. He ran after me. I ran fast, but he ran faster. He had almost caught me when he stumbled and fell. I ran away to the paddy fields and hid there. Okay, so this has happened the first portion of making a shower. I think the reading itself you got an idea about the section, isn't it? So now I will explain what happened here. Okay. It was an evening after a heavy rain. Okay, so it was evening. The time is evening after a heavy rain. Okay, so there will be a heavy rain after the rain. The thing is happening. Grandfather was picking flowers from the jasmine bush under the sandalwood tree. Okay, so I think you know what is jasmine flower. It's very beautiful and all the girls are always like this fragrance and they are putting their hair also. Okay, jasmine flower. So here our grandfather, he's picking the jasmine flowers under the sandalwood tree, and the leaves of the tree were full of raindrops. We all know after the rain, we all know what happened in all trees and all plants. Yes, it's completely filled with the raindrops and it's completely filled with the water. Okay, so here also the sandalwood tree is completely filled with the water. Okay, then what happened here? The leaves of the tree were full of raindrops. I know I could make a rain if. Okay, so the sandalwood tree is completely full of raindrops. So our Raja, he said that I know I can make a shower here. Okay, I shook the tree and grandfather and I could take good shower. Okay, and he think that he shook the tree and grandfather and I got a shower. Okay, so what happened here? Our Raja, he shook this. Shooking means shake, the past tense of shaking. Okay, so he just shooking the tree and just make a shower there. I liked bathing in the rain. Raja, he liked bathing in the rain. But in the case of grandfather, he didn't like to soaking in the raindrops. But he did not like it, but it was the great fun. Okay, our Raja is a naughty boy. He just doing, he shook the sandalwood tree and making a shower on it. Grandfather and Raja, they are soaked means wetted. Okay, so through the raindrops, through the rain, they are soaked. Okay, so I quietly went near the sandalwood tree and shook with all my strength. Okay, the before paragraph, he just think about that. Okay, it's just a thing in his mind. He just thought that if I shook the sandalwood tree, there will be a shower. It's very enjoyable for me. But in the case of grandfather, he never liked to soak in the rain. Okay, in the first paragraph, remember one thing, it's first paragraph, it is a thought. Now in the second paragraph, I quietly went near the sandalwood tree. Our Raja, he just went near the sandalwood tree. Then shook it with all my strength, and he's taking all strength and just shooking the tree. Okay, there was a heavy shower. We all the kids and all the kids, they are like to shoot the tree and enjoying the shower of plant. Okay, I think you all are like to do that. Okay, I am also enjoying the rain with the, after the rain we are shooting the trees and plants. It's very funny. Okay, so here our Raja also doing the funny thing here and shook it with all my strength. There was a heavy shower and both grandfather and I were soaked. So there was a heavy shower. After shooking the sandalwood tree, they are experiencing a heavy shower. And both grandfather and I were soaked. Okay, after shooting this tree, grandfather and I were soaked. Soaked means wetted. I loved it, but grandfather did not. You know, I am very much like to seeing what, yes, making the shower. I am very much enjoyed. I loved it, but grandfather did not. Okay, so grandfather did not like to this shower. He turned to me an angry look. What happened? Our grandfather, he just turned to our Raja, make an angry look. Okay. I was sure he would catch me and beat me. Okay. I'm sure that what? Yes, grandfather is catch me and beating me. I ran. Okay, what happened there? Yes, so I ran. He just think that grandfather is definitely beat me. That's why so I ran and he ran after me. Rajesh just ran away from that place, but grandfather also following him. I ran fast. Rajesh ran very fast. Faster, but he ran faster. But grandfather also ran faster. He had almost caught me when he stumbled and fell. Okay, almost the grandfather catch me, but what happened there? Yes, grandfather is fell down and stumbled there. Okay, so in that time I ran away to the paddy field. Okay, so in that time our Raja is go into the ran away into the paddy field. Okay, and hid myself there. Then he hid means hiding. He just hiding there. I heard the grandfather shout that the would teach me a lesson. I came back home. Okay, so there will be a shouting of grandfather. What is the shouting? Yes, you. I came back. Okay, sorry. Teach me a lesson. I came back home. When I came back to the home, he's teaching me a lesson. Okay, every parents, I think every parents in our home, they all are telling the same dialogue, isn't it? When you the kids people are doing any mistake, they always telling that when you came back, I would teach me a lesson. Okay, so when I back to home, that happening here. And the next page, okay, the next page of the story. I did not want to go home because I feared. Okay, here what happened? Raja, he did not want to go home because of what? Yes, he feared the grandfather. Here we fearing about grandfather, and he think that grandfather would beat me. I stayed on the field. Sorry, the Raja is staying in the field itself. It was getting dark. The time was darkening. I was afraid to stay there in alone. Actually, in the dark, I am very much afraid to stay there. And I remembered all the ghost stories I had heard. Stood up, looked around, and then ran towards the home. Then what happened there? Yes, he actually the time was very full of dark. Our Raja is fearing the darkness. In that particular time, he just think about all the ghost stories. Okay, so he can't stay there. Then he do one thing. He stood up and looked into the around and just ran towards the home. Okay, just ran towards his home. Okay. I was still afraid to face grandfather, but still he very much afraid to face grandfather. So I did not go to inside the house. So I did not go to inside the house. I want to go to inside the house. I went to the cow shed and looked a shelter in the loft. Okay, so he just going into the cow shed and took a shelter in the cow shed. Cow shed means we are placing all the cows in a shed, that is cow shed. From there, I could see grandfather sitting on the veranda and saying his prayer. Okay, in that time, I could see now our Raja is in the cow shed, so he can see grandfather is sitting in the veranda and saying the prayer. So it's the time of evening, so their praying is going. Grandfather was waiting for me. When I didn't run up, she looked for me everywhere in the house. Then she came out, called for me. So grandmother was waiting for me. Grandmother is eagerly to wait for our Raja. I did not turn up and she looked me everywhere. Grandmother is looked everywhere in the house. Then she came out, called aloud for me, thinking I was somewhere in the garden. She did not get my answer. Then she went to the grandfather and asked him where I was. You look for in the house, just said grandfather. He's hiding somewhere. He's not in the house, grandmother said. I looked him for everywhere. So here grandmother is searching our Raja in everywhere of that house and just saying to grandfather, where is our boy? So he just say that he is hiding somewhere in the house. You just look in the all places. But grandmother is says that I looked in all around our house. So grandfather is just say that looked for everywhere. Grandmother and grandfather just searching our boy. This is happening in the small section. Okay, what's the title of the section? Making a shower. Say where incident which makes our naughty boy. Who's our naughty boy? Yes, Raja. Okay, so Raja making a funny thing and it become a small funny elements. Okay, this has happened here. So just you want to write down the questions and answers. So this is about today's section. I hope you to understand what I am saying and enjoy the class. Okay, thank you all of you. Thank you students. Bye-bye.